The Buffalo State College community is mourning this evening following the death of one of its students. Police say they responded to a call of shots fired at an off-campus house party on Bird Avenue over the weekend. They say 19-year-old Royden Cave had been shot. He later died at ECMC. And as police tonight search for his killer, 7 News senior reporter Eileen Buckley learns more about the life of this college freshman from Brooklyn.
Every time, he would leave you, you would leave with a smile because that's the kind of personality that he had.
19-year-old Royden Cave is being remembered for his sense of humor, his smile, and his great personality. Rashid Farad Davis, the founding principal of P-Tech High School in Brooklyn, where Royden graduated in 2021, sent this tweet following the young man's tragic death.
It's important to remember that his family loved him, his school community loved him, and he was 19 and in college trying to move forward in life.
A P-Tech teacher also posted a photo of Royden from his graduation. Royden is on the right. His teacher writing he is devastated that Royden won't be able to finish his freshman year and that he was so excited about college.
The light that he would bring to the classroom because of his, his behavior and his smile, his joking and his playfulness.
I tried to hold out, but they keep mentioning how funny he was and his smile and playfulness. And what about his character? And not saying that he doesn't have a good character, but why not tell us about his character? What about his goals, his plans? What was he majoring in? What did he show promise in? What fields did he excel at? Give us a nugget. One time he did something that was great or profound. All this, he was playful and funny and he liked to joke around. This is a college student, man. I get that he's only 19. Well, my God.
Light that he would bring to the classroom because of his, his behavior and his smile, his joking and his playfulness.
Here at the Buffalo State campus, Royden was majoring in criminal justice.
Oh, he was woke. When a son man majors in criminal justice, it is to come in there and turn things upside down. As an agitator, man. We don't major in criminal justice just to get a job in the field, do our job, put our head down, and we come in here to change disparities and uproot the system, hammer at the cracks in the foundation. This kid was woke. Trust me, I'm a son, man. This kid was woke.
Royden was majoring in criminal justice, and I've learned he was a well-known and well-liked student.
Not only sort of his sense of humor and care for people, but also that you could find him just about anywhere on campus, and lots of students knew him from lots of different contexts on the campus.
Here on the Buffalo State campus, they're offering counseling for any students or faculty that need help in dealing with this tragedy.
Open counseling, satellite counseling around the campus, as well as some support circles through our Restorative Justice Center. And students are also planning a memorial service.
Buffalo State Vice President of Student Affairs, Timothy Gordon, says they spent Sunday with students living in the residence halls who were close with Royden.
We have a lot of students who had classes with him, and so we're also doing a lot of support around those particular classes, so that's another support that we're providing to students right now.
Both Buffalo State and his former high school have reached out to support Royden's family.
I spoke with the father, who's just completely devastated.
Eileen Buckley, 7.
Breaking news this morning, a shooting overnight at a bar in Queens has sent 2 people to the hospital. The NYPD says both victims work for the New York City Department of Correction. CBS 2's Christina Fan is live at the scene at South Richmond Hill, Queens. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Cindy. Police are still searching for that suspect who they say was kicked out of this bar and then retaliated by shooting into the business. The two victims inside were struck randomly in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay, so when do we I get it. You guys say you can't share the videos. You share the video, people on social media sites stop liking. They don't want to be your friend no more. You share one of my videos. Fine. But spread the word of mouth, man. Never, ever, ever, ever tell a son, man, that he has to leave somewhere. And if you do, when he leaves, you then must leave. Because he's coming back to shoot someone. Okay? Got it? Cool. Now tell a friend.
Good morning, Cindy. Police are still searching for that suspect who they say was kicked out of this bar and then retaliated by shooting into the business. The two victims inside were struck randomly in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bullets pierced through Showtime Bar and Lounge early Saturday morning on 101st Avenue in Queens, shattering the front windows and all sense of security. Police say the suspect was a disgruntled bar patron who had been thrown out of the business over an unknown dispute. Investigators say he left around 1:30 and once outside, proceeded to shoot into the bar, hitting two victims, both employees of the New York City Department of Correction. A 31-year-old man was shot in the left hand. A 32-year-old woman was shot in the foot. This shooting adds to the latest crime statistics showing incidents citywide are up 10% compared to this time last year and up 58% compared to 2 years ago. On Friday, Mayor Eric Adams joined Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot in demanding solutions from the federal government.
Demanding solutions from the federal government. Why you ain't demanding solutions from the people, man? Why you not demanding solutions from the judges, from the district attorneys? Why this big, vague thing, the federal government? What about the judges and the district attorneys? Because the cops are arresting these guys, man. Why don't we demand solutions from them? People, not the federal government. This big, massive thing that you can't really quantify or... And then it's the federal government's fault that this crime keeps going up. No. There are people who have positions in New York City and in Chicago who control whether these repeat offenders who do the lion's share of the crime in these urban cities, the repeat offenders that do this crime, their lives are controlled by DAs and judges. Period.
On Friday, Mayor Eric Adams joined Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot in demanding solutions from the federal government. The leaders of two cities gripped by gun violence asked for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms to be better funded and for there to be a focus on illegal gun manufacturers.
We're pro-public safety and justice. This is not touchy-feely and saying, let's ignore the crime that we're facing. No, we're saying the way you deal with crime is to prevent crime while you're dealing with what's taking place right now. And it's an entirely new way of thinking about public safety.
This guy's been a disappointment, man. I was a big supporter of this guy while he was on the campaign trail. When he starts talking about preventing crime, you know what that means. That's programs, man. Diversionary programs. Get the criminal, coddle him, and hope that he decides not to commit crime. And then if he does and gets caught, release him, coddle him some more, cajole him, and hope and pray that he doesn't commit crime again. Put him up in a penthouse suite somewhere, like they're doing in homes to turn these high-end hotels into shelters. Give him a stipend. Get him some counseling. Have somebody check on him every now and then. And hope that he just, through all of that, he learns that, crime's not the way to go. Unfortunately, not only does that not work, it has the opposite effect.
We're pro-public safety and justice. This is not touchy-feely and saying, let's ignore the crime that we're facing. No, we're saying the way you deal with crime is to prevent crime while you're dealing with what's taking place right now. And it's an entirely new way of thinking about public safety.
Both victims of the shooting were rushed to Jamaica Hospital. They are expected to recover. Again, police are still searching for that shooter. We are live from South Richmond Hill, Queens. Christina Fan, CBS 2 News.
Christina, thank you.